lost in the sauce. Mom. Dad. Juliet. Nuo. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pancake Friday. We are back for, is this week 2 in a row again?
2 in a row.
This is 2 in a row. We are back and happy to be here. We hope you've all had a good week, and we hope that we're hitting your ears on a Friday to get you through the morning and get you into your weekend.
I think today should not be Pancake Friday.
Why is that?
I think today should be BirthdayCake Friday.
And why is it BirthdayCake Friday?
Because it's our baby's birthday!
Happy birthday, baby Juliet!
That was nice. I like that.
Nice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Juliet's 1 today. We did it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, the first year of it.
No, I think we're done. I think we did it. She graduated. She
out.
passed. She's in daycare.
Yeah. She needs to start paying rent, though, for real.
Seriously. Okay, well, cheers. Congratulations to us. That's wicked.
Yeah.
So I guess we might as well start with talking about our 1-year-old. So how's the first year being Mama Bear?
It's been fast. It's gone, like, super fast.
Yeah.
But it's been a great year. Like, I have 0 complaints.
Yeah. I mean, there's been, like, days and moments where things have been tough, but definitely overall it's just been more fun and enjoyable than anything else.
Oh yeah,
and
100%.
especially now that she's old enough to like do so, like she's so freaking cute right now. And
oh
fun
my
to
god,
be, like
yeah.
she's actually fun to play with. Like,
I honestly think this is my favorite age so far. I know I say that about like every age.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this has been a pretty freaking cute age, I must say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did her birthday on the weekend.
Her party.
Her party, which was at Grammy's house.
Yeah.
And that was wicked. Nona and Bup showed up, so we had Grammy and the great grandparents there. She got from us. We got her a whole bunch of like toys and these things called squishmallows that are like squishy big stuffies bigger than her.
Yeah.
And we caught the video of her like walking into them.
Yeah,
and
so
being
cute.
so pumped. If anyone wants to see that, let me know and I'll send it to you. It's super freaking cute. And then I'm trying to think what else happened. Oh, we saw her first steps. She took 3 steps to you. That was
like,
crazy.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Do you know what's really funny about that? Is that, like an hour or 2 before, Derek was going like, oh,
Not
you know,
even.
I don't think, not even
close.
Maybe like 30
20
minutes. 20
yeah,
minutes,
like it was so close.
But before he was going, you know what, I don't think she's gonna take her first steps before her birthday. I think she will by 13 months, but not by 12. And it's as if she like heard that and was like, fuck this guy. Like,
Someone hold my drink. Yeah.
someone hold my drink. Like, and in true fashion, just did it to prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that's such a me trait.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Doing something just because someone said I
can.
can't. You know?
Yeah, no, it was pretty spectacular. I was so stoked to see that. I mean, it's been a crazy year. That's for sure.
Yeah, how have you found the year? Because we went into parenthood with very different mindsets. So how do you feel now? A year's gone by.
I mean, it's been an adjustment. That's for sure.
Oh
it's
yeah,
a big adjustment.
I mean, of course.
The one thing I just can't get over is the lack of sleep. Like I just always feel super tired.
You do?
Well, I mean, why? So this is about you. Sorry, right? Sorry, never mind. I'm fine.
No, it is tiring. Of course, it is.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. But yeah, no, it's been good. She's a cute little baby.
Yeah, I think you're probably thinking of like, because we had a really rough night/morning as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah,
and then I had that stupid 12-hour work day with people that were just not the most interesting.
Yeah.
People to treat. Okay, well, yeah. So that was pretty cool. I'm trying to think of really what else happened, and then like today, what did you guys do for the day since it was actually your birthday today? I was just at work.
Not a whole lot, to be honest. After you went to work, we slept.
Yeah.
And then we woke up, we went to Walmart, we took Nuo out. We did go for a little stroll down the road with her walker.
How'd that go?
It's good, except she would like walk for a little bit and then want to crawl, and I'm like, you can't crawl in the road, Juliet. That's a no-no.
Okay, well, I think we should talk about something very important that's come up.
Okay.
Well, for anyone that doesn't know, Neve has an office.
It's not really an office. You're really overselling it when you say it's an office.
It was huge. It was literally like I looked up. I was like, why is there vaulted ceilings in here?
It's under a staircase. It's literally a closet under a staircase.
No, it's
the ceilings aren't vaulted. They're just diagonal because it's stairs.
You say that it's okay. It is under a staircase, but it's not like Harry Potter. It's like a huge space.
I call it my Harry Potter room.
Yeah, if Harry Potter had a mansion for under the stair.
It's also the room where the communal printer is. So like everyone in the office is printing shit and coming in. It's not like my office.
You should try and hold like really serious business meetings as people and be like, excuse me guys, we're having a meeting, and they're like, Neve, we're trying to print the papers or something. We need this. This is actually important.
Yeah.
So how does that feel? But you have your name on a big piece.
I put it there.
So what did people say?
I put my name on the door.
What did they say?
I don't know. The owner, Brian, love him, awesome dude. His wife Roselle, they're like co-owners, and Roselle is also my boss's mom, so Andrea's mom.
Okay.
And I was like, Roselle, look, I was like, I put my name on the door, and she was just like, oh my god, Brian's gonna be so jealous. Brian being like the owner of the whole thing.
I'm not gonna lie,
because he doesn't have an office.
I bet you that it's gonna cause problems.
I don't think so.
I think it will.
Nobody wanted to be in there.
No, it's not.
I wanted to be in there.
It's not you being in there. It's your name being on the door. And I say this from experience of my work. You think it means not that. I hope it doesn't, but I'll be interested to see, because at my work, there was one RMT. She moved down the hall, and I don't know why. So like for my people that don't know my clinic, you walk into Avita and it just says like Avita Health and Massage, and it has like the hours, right? And it says like that's what we are, right? And then we bought a new wing, or our bosses rented out a new wing down the hall. Yeah. And it's another like wing, like it's not just a room, but when we first got it, there was just 2 physios and a massage therapist, and the 2 physios got their name on the door to that place, which that first set a whole bunch of people off in the physios, because the 2 physios, one of them was like the air quotes head of physio, but he was just the head because he's been there the longest. He's really good physio, but like that's why he was like the quote air quote. And then the other one, Allie, when she joined, they gave her that room at the very start. So all the physios or not all of them, but a whole bunch of them were up in arms because this new physio had her name on the door. And then this chick Tanya, who I've told you've met Tanya before, right? Yeah. When she started working for us as an RMT, there was no room in the main, so she got to go down to that side in that room as well. Yeah. And for some reason, I thought it was a bad move on Peter and Tanya's part, but I personally don't care. Like, it did nothing for me. But they put her name as the RMT, so it said, like, Allie and Colin Physios, and then Tanya RMT, and it really bent a lot of people out of shape. I
don't get that, though, because surely it was just being like, oh, you're not going to this section of the video, you're going to this section because that's where your RMT is.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
In my head, that's just kind of common sense. But it's so funny that causes drama. And to be honest, you know, I work with a really, like, sound group of people. Like, a real chill group. They're all young and, like, around my age. They're all super smart. They have, like, bigger fish to fry than getting worked up about someone's name being on an office door. And even if they did, that's kind of not my problem.
No, it's not your problem. I don't think it's your issue at all. I'm just gonna be interested to see, because like people's egos and shit get in the way, and they'll be like, "Who's this Neve? Why does she have an office?" I
really don't think anybody's got any kind of ego at my work. Everyone's pretty chill.
I mean, we'll see. I hope so.
I mean, yeah, we'll see, but I'm doubtful.
But I mean, in all honesty, I'm very proud of you, and I'm happy for you because I know you like that place and you work hard. So it's cool to see that they do.
Yeah.
They do appreciate you and they're willing to do that. But like I said, it's nothing against you at all. Or I just will be interested to see because in my experience, people get super petty over dumb bullshit.
Yeah, but you know what though? I was thinking about this today. Sorry to go on a tangent.
No,
but I know, but I am so happy with my job right now. I love my job. You know, I talk about how much I love my job all the time. Part of it is I really enjoy what I do, but I also just really enjoy that I don't have to talk to people all day every day.
Yeah.
And I think like cuz I worked in customer service for 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. Probably more.
Yeah.
But or just like super like interactive jobs where you have to kind of coordinate with a lot of people, and the amount of drama and bullshit that you have to deal with in the workplace is just not for me. Yeah. It's not for me. I want to show up to my job, do my job, do it well, and then go home at the end of the day and not have to think about it. And that's exactly what I can do at this job because I'm very on my own, like on my own tasks. If I have a deadline, I get it done. Yeah. It's not, I don't know, it's just very logical to me. You have something to do, get it done. Pronto. Yeah, and they let me just sit there with my music or my audiobooks or whatever, and I don't have to talk to people. I don't get distracted by people. And I'm just like there to work.
Yeah, well, that is the best. Just your work isn't affected by others.
Yeah.
To finish their shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I have a few clients, and their whole thing is like they're at the point where they're managing over people, and it's always just so difficult when they're waiting for parts from people to come in to do their part so they can do blah,
right.
Blah, blah. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, anyhow, that's awesome. I'm stoked for you for that. And
Thank you.
It's awesome that you loved your job too. That's always super nice. Okay, so this is a crazy thing that I found out about the Japanese.
Okay.
Okay, so you know how you see those pictures of dogs and they have their like tongues hanging out all gangly and they're like, "Hey buddy, how you doing?" like that?
Yeah.
Did you know that the Japanese have a drug they give to dogs so that their tongues are out like that so they can take pictures with them?
What?
Yeah, I know. I just heard about this and I was so confused, and it's like
what?
So like it's like
this doesn't sound real.
No, it is.
Did you fact check this?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
It's like they give them this drug and drug and it just makes their tongue like hang out more and a little more floppy because they all think it's like super cute. And so if you go to Japan, you'll see a lot of dogs with just like floppy tongues, like, and it's not just because their tongues are floppy; it's because they've been given something that floppy.
That's really bizarre.
Weird, right?
Yeah, that's really strange.
The thing and obviously it's not literally every Japanese person, but it's like a trend, like fad thing there. And it's just so weird to me because I feel like that's such a weird like trend. Look at how floppy my dog's tongue
like,
is.
I don't know. I'm just like, why would you give something to your, like an unnecessary drug to your dog just to make them have their tongue out more? Like, I like.
People are just weird.
Yeah, just really bizarre concept to me. But that's just me. Derek's got some wine he does not enjoy.
The wine's called Oops in brackets. I should have known, but it said it was good with pizza.
It said that?
Yeah.
On the bottle?
No, on the tag next to it. Or did it say it on the bottle? No, it said on the tag. Like, there's a little thing that
actually said good with
pairing
pizza?
with red meat, burgers, and pizza.
Okay.
It's not good, though.
It's not. It's not what it says
good. It's definitely an oops. So that's just a weird thing. That's what I always think's weird is like things like that. Like there's always just you hear about bizarre things and you're like, what? But I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Weird shit happens all over the place all the time. Yeah. You said you had some things on your little list.
I do. I actually, there's one of them. I don't even have to open my phone. I know exactly what it is. And I always forget to bring this up because one, you know what my memory's like, is not good at all. And two, it always happens right before I fall asleep. So when I wake up the next morning, I've forgotten about it and I don't bring it up. Are you aware? No, are you aware that you talk in your sleep?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Do I say anything philosophical?
No. Oh. It's just nothing super like crazy or random. I just remember and because you fall asleep before I do, and I'm like at least 30 minutes, but probably more like an hour and a half before I do.
Right.
Because Derek's one of these magical people that can fall asleep as soon as his head hits the pillow.
Neve falls asleep watching TV right in front of her on her phone.
No, I listen to it.
Under your head, under the pillow?
Yeah.
That's so bad, I'm telling you.
No,
it's not
how is that any different to falling asleep listening to an audiobook?
Because
how?
If you're looking at the screen...
I'm not looking at the screen, though.
If your phone is under your pillow, there's literally the waves of the signals going through you. It's not good to have your phone under your head.
It's not good to have your phone under your head. Well, whatever. That's how I sleep. Deal with it.
Sorry, I'm just bringing it because I thought you were throwing heat at me.
No, I wasn't. But it's as I'm kind of starting to drift off, you'll say just super random things. And I remember this one time, I don't even know when it was. It was in the last year, maybe in the last 6 months ish.
Yeah.
And I was just starting to drift off to sleep, and you just go, "Oh no!" And I'm like, what? Well, what's going on? Derek, and just nothing. Just what the fuck?
I am a gangster like that. You're right.
It's pretty funny though.
Yeah, I had this guy that I went to high school with named Alex Jordan. This is when we were 19, 20, and we were all, or no, maybe, you know what? It was we were still in high school, but we were just finishing, but we were all drinking.
Wait, you were in high school in 1920?
No. I take that back. We were in high school.
You are old.
And we were it was let's say senior year where everyone just drinks and whatever, right? So we were all sleeping over at this one dude's house, and this guy, Alex Jordan, he was Swiss, but Swiss Canadian, but he spoke perfect French. And in the middle of the night, he literally sat up and started yelling at all of us in French and being confrontational, and being and then he just went right back. He was like, "Bonjour, mes amis."
Your French is really good.
Je ne sais pas la bicyclette, and he starts throwing haymakers, actually he was getting all aggressive.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "What?" And he just kept yelling at French, and then he went right back to sleep. And all of us were just what the fuck just happened? And we were all scared because we were is this guy gonna wake up and start tossing bows with everyone while we're asleep? And the thing that scared me was I was just what's that devil's tongue? And they're it's French. And I was like, no.
You are quite a vocal person as well.
Yeah.
I've noticed if you're you're not feeling well or something, you make so much noise. You go ah.
I mean, I don't know.
You do. I've woken up
so I can't really remember.
I know. It's you kind of. It's funny now. It's not funny when it happens because I feel really bad for you because you're obviously hurting. But thinking back now, it's pretty fucking funny. Because if you're I don't know, if we've gone out and got super drunk and you're your head's in the toilet or whatever, you'll wake up in the middle of the night to go puke, and all I hear is
yeah, well, it's that's called dry heaving.
No, you're puking, but then you're also just making noises, and I'm I can't tell you how many times I've woken up and you're just going in the bathroom. Okay.
I don't know what to say. I'm unwell. I'm a sick human being.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I heard something really crazy.
What is it?
So I've been doing, as you know, I've been doing a lot of reading into like ancient times and all that stuff, right?
I do know that.
Yes.
Yes.
You looked very unimpressed as I said that. You're like, oh
No.
no, another one of these. So I listened to this book, and there's a lot of things that point to like a lot of early religion is like people were doing mushrooms and drugs
Yeah.
of opiates, like or opium, like tons of
Yeah.
drugs. Like they find it in like
Hallucinogens
hallucinogens
and,
and all this shit, right? So in that vein, I was listening to this guy on a podcast, and he was talking about like just ancient cultures and rituals and stuff, and he wasn't talking about the religions. He was just talking about what people used to do to like trip out and see gods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was saying one of them, like, it's the craziest thing. What is it? So people used to purposefully eat poisons of like, say, let's say like a frog or something. Like
Yeah.
they'd eat something really poisonous to them,
Yeah.
to the point where it'd make them really sick. And then when they're like in the height of their toxicity, they would do bloodletting, which is like you cut yourself, and not like slit your wrist so you die, but you like slit your wrist, like, you know how you always say that joke of like you don't do the
No, the joke is sideways for attention, lengthways for effect.
yeah, so it's like that, but they obviously weren't like cutting their wrist so they couldn't use
Yeah.
it again, but they like bloodlet, so let themselves bleed out so much, and then that's how they would see God. And I'm like, okay, that's so nuts to think that you're like, yo, eat this thing that's gonna probably like, it almost will kill you. And then they're like, and then we're gonna drain you of a whole bunch of your blood, and then you'll see God. It's like, no
You're probably
wonder.
I was like you're probably like septic.
Yeah, because that's what the
Like-
guy was saying. He was like, everyone just imagines like people that see these visions that believe in it's all drug stuff. He's like, well, yeah, there was drugs.
Yeah.
But then there was people that were doing like way more wacko
That's-
things
yeah,
than just
that's
the
pretty
drugs.
insane.
Yeah. I thought that was so crazy. And the people that did the bloodletting were people in the Amazon rainforest. Like they'd go into the middle of nowhere and do this. And I
What
was just
the
like,
fuck? I mean, I guess that's probably a good place to do it, because do they have leeches?
yes.
Yeah, so you could probably just leech it out.
Well, and also you think too, like people that have near-death experiences, how do they see God and all this stuff? It's because they like basically die. So
Yeah.
if you poison yourself to the point where your body's like almost dead, and let all this blood out to the point you basically probably are almost dead, and they manage to like keep you alive clearly,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh my God, I was on the edge, and like
You're like, I believe in Jesus now.
I believe in Jesus now.
Or the Amazon version of
Yeah,
Jesus.
I thought that was nuts.
Yeah,
I
it's
think we
pretty
should try
cuckoo
that.
crazy. I think we should not do that.
No, for Juliet's third birthday.
Third
bloodletting
birthday?
poison ceremony.
Not the second, that's too soon.
No,
but
she's
like,
too young for
yeah,
that. Yeah.
mentally prepare ourselves for another couple of years, and then holy fuck, that's pretty wild.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
And that's why we'll do it.
Okay. Okay, I've got another one.
Yeah.
This question popped into my mind a few times in the past week, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Are drivers getting worse,
Um,
or am I getting more angry?
I thought you were going to say, or am I getting better? Can it be both? Like, is it possible?
I don't think I'm getting more angry. I think, like, I have had so many just, like weird ass, and not, like, weird ass, but just, like, how is this person driving like this moments in the past kind of 2 weeks.
I mean, now that you say that, I kind of think about it. Remember there's that person that put their car through the I think it was like a gas station or something on Lonsdale a couple of months back?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, well, it happened again. So it's happened twice now.
Like, how?
And one of my...
On Lonsdale.
Yeah, no,
you're at a stoplight every fucking block.
I was at the barber and someone came in and they're like, I just saw someone smash their car right through the front of a storefront. And we were all like, what? And he's like, yeah, it was just a Mercedes and some old woman just got in and hit the gas and slammed right through the whole front of the store. And you're just like, I think you should have to pass a test to drive high-powered cars.
I think that you should have to redo your driver's test every 5 years after 65.
Yeah. Prove it. Well, I just yeah.
Like, because I'm not gonna lie, like even on Sunday, and I was talking to my mom about this because my mom asked me how old your Nona was, and I was like, God, I think she's like 90 something, 92.
No, I think she's 88.
Is she?
She might be in her 90s.
I thought she was in her, but she drives.
I know.
And I'm like, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, my Nona's crazy. My Nona, like, she had knee surgery, and yeah, you're right. She's in her 90s. She had knee surgery at like 85.
Yeah.
And she literally just was like right away back at it, and then she had a heart attack, and she was like walking around the ward like 2 days later just being like, I'm not dying, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, she like, do you know what else I actually think is quite cool about your Nona is she's still all there mentally.
Yeah, oh yeah,
she is so switched on, like is. And that gives me hope because that's the one thing that I'm scared of most in the world is like my body being okay but my mind going.
Yeah,
I'm like, that actually terrifies me.
Yeah, no, she is. She's definitely all there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. She just is.
She told me she drinks red wine all day, every day.
She blames that on why she can do it.
No, but you know, I believe she's that's pickled. The secret. She's pickled. Yeah.
Yeah, good old Noni. That quilt she made for Juliet you're sitting on is awesome.
Oh, the quilt? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
That's what I said you're sitting
on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Juliet loves it as well.
Yeah.
It's so funny she didn't know what was on it, though.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, my Nona makes this quilt with all the letters of the alphabet on it, and by each letter there's like an animal. But you'd think like S is for snake because there's a snake there, but it's like not. S is for, what's S for?
Okay, there's one of a rabbit. Guess which letter it is.
Of the rabbit? Well, I would say R.
It is C for camper because the rabbit has a Girl Guide outfit on.
See, so just that. So the whole thing, it's so funny because like my Nona hand quilt knit this, so it's like, or stitched it, so it's like she had to have spent so much time
looking at it. Yeah,
and she just didn't realize it at any point. Yeah,
that's pretty funny.
But it's a super nice quilt.
It's
I have
really
one
nice.
like that too, not like the alphabet because I know the alphabet by heart, but like
impressive.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N P Q R S T U V W X Y Z.
Can you do it backwards?
Sometimes Y.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were saying sometimes Y, like the letter, and I was like, what?
Z X Y W V U T S R Q O
No.
L M N O P Q.
You forgot P.
P Q. Well, I did pretty good though. I got to R.
You did pretty good. You did pretty good.
Can you do it?
No.
See?
I cannot.
If you get that's always so dumb. The co-ops. Imagine if they actually did that. Do the alphabet backwards and no one's ever passed. So they just arrest
I have
everyone.
no idea.
I'd be like this. They'd say you do it backwards. And they'd be like, you're under arrest. Like, what? I did backwards. Like, you're drunk. No one can do that sober.
Have you ever actually had to do like a drunk test?
Oh yeah.
At a car stop?
Yeah.
Where they like make you do stuff?
Yeah.
I don't see the point in that whatsoever. Well, like if you think someone's over the limit, breathalyze them.
I got breathalyzed and had to walk the line and touch my nose.
Why did they bother doing the touch your nose thing if they breathalyzed you?
Because I was at Kitimat. And Kitimat had uptown and downtown, and I lived uptown, and downtown was where the rink was. Mm-hmm. And to get to downtown, you had to drive along the only road. There's like basically there's two ways to get to uptown and downtown, and the back road to downtown. And we're talking like this is all 5 minutes, right? It's like not even. It's probably like back road's 5 minutes. The main road's like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So anyhow, you had to go along this like really long hill road that you like was just exposed, but it curved. And so I came out of a hockey game, and the way hockey was played in Kitimat was the ice gets cleaned between periods, which you don't get that here unless you're like pro or in the like big leagues, right? But up there they cleaned it between every period. So you would show up at the game, have a beer before the game, then end of the period, have a beer, or in between periods while they're washing, because it takes like 20 minutes, have another beer. So you'd end up having like by the end of the night like 3 or 4 beers, right? And so we were going. I think I had like 3. Like it wasn't like I was like by any means hammered. But we played, and then I was returning from the hockey game going up, and they had a roadblock, but they like hit it. Yeah, you couldn't. So you just couldn't see it, and so I go up it, and the cop's like, "Did you have anything to drink tonight?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Where are you coming from?" I was like, "I was just coming from hockey." He's like, "Do you have a drink tonight?" And I just was like, "Oh, I had a beer after hockey." And as soon as you said you had a drink,
as soon as that's
yeah,
that's
and so
thing.
he breathalyzed me, and it was so annoying because you've never been breathalyzed?
No.
He goes like this, all right, you're going to blow until I tell you to stop. And they just go, blow, 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 blow. And you'd be surprised. It's not like this. Like, it's
I
like
know,
you
it's
have
intense,
to like really blow. And I didn't register twice from not from like, it was just I wasn't blowing hard enough. So he's like, okay, well, and then he made me walk the line. He made me touch my nose, like, and then he breathalyzed me again. And he was like, okay, well, just so you know, like, you're good to go. But like, if you've had a beer, don't tell the cops that you've had a beer.
He's told you that?
Yeah, he's like, because it's just gonna.
Yeah, as soon as you say you've had one, they have to.
So it was chill. It was fine, but that's what happened.
It's like doctors. When you go into your doctors and they ask you how much alcohol you have a week, everyone always lies. Everyone always says like lower than what they actually have. So you've got to factor in a bit more than that.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with cops, right? So if you tell a cop you've had 1 beer, they're gonna assume you've probably had like 3 beers.
Anytime I see a cop, I call him a pig to their face.
No, you don't. Yeah, I do. That's a big fat lie.
What are you up about, fat piggy? You gonna arrest me?
Do you know what we should do? We should teach Juliet that when we point to a police officer, she should go. That'd be so funny. Or it should just say smells like bacon.
That's her first words. I have one here. I can't remember the tangent I was going to go on. It just says language is important, which is true.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. There was a reason. I didn't just put that. There's more too, but I can't remember.
You know, language is important, Derek.
Watch your mouth. Hey, welcome back to the show. Do you want to do your person of the week? Last week you did Rachel.
I did do Rachel. This week I'm gonna do I need to think about it.
You need to think about it?
Yeah. Okay. You do yours.
I'll do mine. Okay, well, last week I did Joey as my person of the week. You know who I'm going to do? I'm going to do Steve Batista as my person of the week.
Oh, Steve Batista's an awesome
Steve's
person.
a great dude. I would call Steve one of my best friends. Not like we see each other all the time anymore and hang out, but I've known him since kindergarten, and we've always just been really good friends. Steve, I love you. You're a great dude. You literally have played every sport with me, and I've just enjoyed always doing every sport with you. You love being out in nature and hiking, and you're just a great time. I love the fact that you know so much about beer, and you always put together pub crawls. It's fucking sick. Your taste in hockey teams is questionable. The Canucks obviously is good, but the Nashville Predators, I have questions about a lot of the time, but I always respect it because you've always been a hardcore Nashville fan. Anyhow, Steve, buddy, I love you. You're awesome. You're great. Keep up being you because, yeah, I just enjoy having you as a friend in my life, and I always have. And as you can hear, Neve now is in my most sentimental moment to Steve Batista. Neve has just walked away from the broadcast. Leave it.
I'm sorry, Steve. I was listening to every word.
Steve, don't worry. What I said matters. I meant it. Neve may have just belittled it, but it mattered to me.
You matter. You matter.
You matter, Steve. You matter.
Okay, here's my person of the week. The person is... Oh, sorry, I had my mic the wrong way. The person who invented Squishmallows.
It's supposed to be someone you know, so we can tag them in the podcast and they listen to it.
Why could we not tag the person that invented Squishmallows.
Do you know them?
Not personally.
No. I can't believe we had name your friends and give them good wishes, and you chose the Squishmallow creator.
I had a good reason, okay?
What was the reason?
Because they made Squishmallows, and our daughter really likes them, and it makes her really happy, and that's really cool to see.
That could be like your buy of the week.
Well, it's too late now.
Just kind of kills the segment we're doing.
Okay, fine. My person of the week is gonna be Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was waiting for you to ask me which Lewis it was.
Well, I was assuming it's Black Lewis.
Gay Lewis.
Oh, right.
So just for a little bit of context, I come from very, very small town in south of England. And in our friendship group that we had back when I was in England, there were 2 dudes called Lewis. One of them was gay and one of them was black. So we had Black Lewis and Gay Lewis.
And which one was the one that was gay?
Gay
Black
Lewis.
Lewis.
Black Lewis.
Right.
And Derek thinks it's really hilarious to confuse
Every
the
time.
two. So Gay Lewis is who I'm gonna do.
But we just call him Lewis.
We just call him Lewis. You don't know Black Lewis.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't know where
Does
he
he
is
even
now.
exist, or is that
he's around somewhere?
Was that the diversity hire? You're like, no, there's a Black Lewis.
He's diversity
he's
hire.
busy every day.
Well, we need to be inclusive, Derek. And there are no Asians in Somerset, so what you gonna do?
What's that about, Asians?
There's no Asians in Somerset.
I'm putting this out to all of Asians. What's that about? Are you afraid of Somerset? Are you afraid of the governor coming for your sheep?
I think I maybe knew, I think there was one Asian at my school. One Asian family.
What was his name? Ho Chang?
No,
I wouldn't know him then.
I feel like they might have been Vietnamese. Anyway, besides the point, we have a lot of Eastern European migration and Pakistani immigration, but not so much Asian immigration, not in Somerset.
Huh. Is there any Chinese food in Somerset?
Yeah.
What about Indian?
Yeah, there's really good
Indian.
Indian.
What about kebab?
Kebab? Yeah, kebab shops.
What about chip shops?
Chip shops fish and chip shops?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
All right, just checking. Making sure.
It's not the middle of buttfuck nowhere. England's relatively small.
What, you're saying Kitimat was?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm talking as in the time it takes to drive from here to Kitimat. You could have driven the whole length of England and back.
Yeah.
So,
It's very true.
It's not a big place. Anyway, the point I was getting to was Gay Lewis. And the reason I'm doing Gay Lewis is because Lewis has actually been in my life for a very long time, but we've never been closest of close, besties, we'll go and meet up and have sleepovers by ourselves, but he is the person that I can tell him anything and everything. And no judgment. He supports you 100%. I see him after 3 years and it's nothing's changed. We have this really bizarre I don't want to say horniness to our relationship, but there's some underlying sexual tension.
Is Lewis aware of this, or is it just you?
Oh no, Lewis is aware of this. Lewis is very aware of this. Lewis got blackout drunk, so blackout drunk that I had to drive his car home because I hadn't been drinking, because it was not a drinking occasion. We were at a dance rehearsal and Lewis shows up blackout drunk, so I had to drive his car home, and he tried to fuck me in his car, and I was like, Lewis, you're gay. But yeah, that's just a fun little side note.
So I guess
don't worry, He's not a threat.
So he's straight Lewis now.
No, he's a raging homo.
Whoa. If he's straight Lewis.
He's not straight Lewis.
There's so many Lewis.
There's so many Lewises.
How is England such a small place and they're all named Lewis?
All of the Lewises in England are actually in Somerset. Did you know that?
There's only 2 of them.
There's only 2 of them. But yeah, anyway, he's just a really solid guy, and he gives really good advice. The first time I actually met Lewis, or I knew of him because he was at my school, but he was 2 years above me. And, if you were at a school and there's one gay guy in the whole school that's 2 years above you and is extremely flamboyant, you're gonna hear about him. So I'd heard about him, but I'd never really met him. He had beef with one of my best friends. I never really know what it was about. No, my friend Georgia, and they were both very into performing. So I feel like they were just trying to outperform each other.
I'm not gonna lie, most of the people I know named Georgia I don't like.
Okay.
And the state. Of Georgia.
Georgia in the U.S.?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the people in my life that I know named Georgia.
Okay. Well, maybe, I don't know, they just had beef.
Huh. I mean, that's the weird thing I find about dance and theater and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a ton of drama.
There's so much drama, but it's so different because sports drama is fuck you bitch, see you out on the court, and you go out on the court and do it. Drama and theater's different style.
It's conniving, some of the shit that goes down there.
Snails in someone's shoes before they go on stage.
That's not, no. It's more like you don't like that person, so you I don't know.
Have you ever tried to sabotage someone?
No, never.
That's why you never made it. It's not
Probably.
It's not about how good you are. It's about how good your
sabotage game is.
She's not very good, and then they're like, you should hear the others.
Honestly, the whole of performing is just episodes of Traitors. Y'all just gotta, everyone's stabbing everyone in the back.
Well, yeah, no, I feel like it's a weird thing, because it is. It's especially, it's one thing if you're doing it in high school, and it's for fun. I know you guys took it serious, but it's still it's amateur. But once it's actually your livelihood, it must become so cutthroat.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as pro sports where yeah, it's fun stuff to do, but it changes the dynamic of what you're doing.
Massively.
Right? Me playing soccer, amateur, you go out, you play the sport, you do this. All of a sudden you're playing pro, you're expected to cheat and connive and do all that other stuff.
There's expectations for sure. And as well, I think that there's a very big difference of when you're playing sport, if you were to if you were to audition for a soccer team, was it tryout? Okay, if you were to go to tryouts, and they do it in rounds, and they're just okay, you didn't make it to the next round, right?
That's how you do it.
Yeah, so in drama or acting or musical theater or whatever, I know people that when they auditioned for performing arts schools, so universities, they literally had the people tell them, you're too fat, you're not pretty enough, we have someone else that looks like you, really personal shit that stays with you for always. One of my teachers, would
they ever say you're too black to be here?
No, but they would say stuff we need a black person, or we need a that's just how it is.
It's racist to say we don't want a black here, or no, you're too black to be here, but it's okay to say we don't need another black.
Isn't that the same thing?
Well, I don't know, because if they've said we've already got a black actor, you said that's what they've said, right?
No, they normally are like, they need more diversity. England's a very white place, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's everywhere. Everywhere has to hit diversity quotas now.
Yeah, well, that's all getting repealed now, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of the diversity stuff's coming back because it's just ass backwards. But I'm not going to get into that.
Okay. Can I finish my story about Lewis now?
Which one?
The one that I was talking about when you started talking about Georgia.
Yeah. Sorry, I just can't. Have I told you I don't like Georgia?
So the first time I met Lewis was when I was 15. And it was the first time... Or was I 15 or 14? No, I think I just turned 15. And it was like the first time I'd gotten like fucked, like wasted. Like so wasted. So wasted. I ate dog food. I puked up so much. I puked up, well, probably because that's what was in my stomach. I puked up in the bathroom. I puked up on one of my old like high school boyfriends. They tried to put me to bed to stop me to puking, and he was already in the bed, and they were just like, okay, just move over, and Neve like needs to go to bed right now. And I went to bed, and then I just like sat up and like projectile bombed like everywhere. I was so out of it. They called my parents at 3 a.m. and were like, Neve is not in a good way. Like, you need to come get her. And I was grounded for so long after that. But that night, the reason I got so wasted was because Lewis Collins, Gay Lewis, showed up to the party. He didn't even go to the school anymore, right? He was out of the school at this point. He showed up to the party with like a 2-6 of Smirnoff.
Man, that's always... underage drinking is always revolves around 2-6s.
Yeah.
And it's so whack because I remember the first 2-6 I ever finished alone in high school was Captain Morgan's, and obviously I got fucking destroyed from it.
Do you find that can you like not drink Captain Morgan's now because of that experience?
I can now, but it's super hard. Like sometimes I still get the shivers, but for a long time I couldn't.
Do you have any other alcohols like that you can't drink?
For a long time, it was Malibu. It was the same.
Really?
Yeah, I can now. Like I said, I've gone over it. Yeah, I'd sometimes vodka too. I don't really like drinking vodka anymore.
I just like can't drink vodka. I can't tolerate vodka. The last time I drank vodka was at Roger's wedding, and we all know how that turned out.
Do you?
There's a blank spot.
Cool. Okay, so shout out to Lewis. That is yeah, okay. On that, do you want to move on to our buy and sells of the week?
Sure.
So my buy of last week was successful nose surgery.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say it right away. Our baby girl's first birthday.
Wait.
Baby girl.
Oh, that's your buy?
First birthday is my buy. Your buy of the week this last week was back at work.
Yeah. My buy of this week is gonna be shrimp rings.
A shrimp? Why?
Like shrimp rings are just stupid good, and that sounds stupid because it's literally just shrimp.
Yeah. Wait, like with cocktail sauce?
No. See, that's the thing. I hate cocktail sauce. Don't like it. Too tomatoey.
But I thought you like prawn cocktail chips.
Yeah, but in England and majority of Europe, a cocktail sauce is Mary Rose sauce, which is a completely different sauce. I've made the Mary Rose sauce for you before.
I don't remember.
Okay, literally all it is, equal parts ketchup and mayo, lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce.
Equal parts that too?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say,
equal parts ketchup and mayo.
Yeah.
And then some lemon juice and some Worcestershire
really
sauce. And then black pepper and cayenne pepper.
And what do we have here? Just gay assholes wasabi.
No, what? But yeah, I ate a shrimp ring today. Not like the big ones, just like a mini one.
Yeah.
But it's so good. And it's so good for you as well.
I'm pretty sure shrimp's high in fat. But, like, that's good for you.
I mean, no, I don't think, I mean, like, fatty, like fish oil.
Yeah. So
yeah, but it's not, it's good, it's good fats.
You,
It's not like...
I think it's like the same
saturated fat.
No, it's the same thing as like avocado fat.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and your sell of the week was shitty parking. And mine was...
All of mine is to do with, like, road incidents.
2 weeks in a row, we did all about that. And mine was Neve not having diplomatic immunity. Because I feel like there was something you were doing, and I was like, yeah, I'm glad you don't... my sell is you not having the diplomatic immunity. In the moment, if you listen to the last podcast, it makes sense.
Yeah.
My sell of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wish that I had just one. My sell of the week is poor timing. Okay, and what I mean by that is, you know that thunderstorm we had yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that we'd have one of those. Like, it'd be sweet if on Monday for Thanksgiving we woke up and the entire day it's just shit rain like that. I would love that. I would just love that for one day. And it was just kind of lame because the timing of that downpour wasn't at a time I could enjoy. I was doing all this stuff.
It was inconvenient.
I just wish I could be like...
Yeah, it was pretty cool though.
It was cool, but I just didn't get to enjoy it.
My sell of the week... Walmart shopping carts. And actually, you know what? I have some beef with you, Walmart. Wow. Walmart, if you're listening, saddle up, baby. Let's go.
It's actually saying before you do. It's crazy because one of our newest listeners is the head of Walmart.
Really?
We have Joach and the head of Walmart.
And the head of Walmart. Those are our only two listeners.
He just says it's easy to kick back.
Okay, well... Mr. Walmart,
if
name. That is your real name. Allegedly. Why is it I go into Walmart, baby on hip, and you expect me to have enough hands to go root through my purse for $1 I know I don't have, because who the fuck uses cash anymore? Not this bitch. And then put it in a cart so that my baby can have a seat while I'm shopping.
Does the dollar...
I didn't have $1 today, so I just had to carry Juliet.
But does the dollar go to Walmart, or does it come out when you finish?
No, it comes out when you finish.
What's the point in that, then?
Nothing is the point in that. And I know you can get these tokens and stuff, but I don't have one of those. So I'm fucked, basically.
What has Walmart done for the world other than just savage the Amazon?
Okay, no, I do quite enjoy Walmart. Let's pick our fights here.
Sorry, I thought I was just on your side.
Let's pick our fights here. I like Walmart. I just have beef with the trolleys.
Okay, well, I like trolleys, but I don't like how they're treated at Walmart. Is that good? No. Okay.
But...
She's laughing at my joke. The baby's laughing at my joke there. That's awesome.
Anyway, the point being is I had to carry around Juliet, and then everything I wanted to buy, I had to ask Juliet to hold, which if you've ever asked a 1-year-old to hold anything is good for like a while, but then it'll inevitably end up on the floor.
So what, did you just give her like a piece of tissue? Because that's all she can really hold.
No, I gave her Post-it notes, a hat, a pair of gloves, and an outfit. That's what I bought in Walmart. And then I forgot baby wipes, so I had to go back and get the baby wipes. But by then I already had a bag, so it wasn't as bad.
I just hate what Walmart stands for. I'm not against the corporate greed. I'm not against them shutting down small businesses. I just don't like how they structure like the way the mall is laid out. And that's why I'm against Walmart. Like, if they made it better... like when you walk in, where's the adult section?
Honestly, what kind of adult section are you talking about?
Everything adult.
All the adult stuff?
Guns, sex toys, drugs.
This is the adult section. I
Should be
can't
right next
say
to the kids section, but with like some like of those beads hanging down so kids don't go through. Like just like
an
back in
old
the
like
movie theater.
porno shops.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
the movie store. I remember we'd go into the little corner store like area in Lynn Valley there. It's like not developed like the other side is.
Yeah.
So that used to be like more of the like main town center,
Mm-hmm.
and it had the video store in it. And I remember you'd go in, and there's the like porno section,
Yeah.
and there's just beads hanging, like you could clearly see in there,
Yeah.
and you're just like, no kids allowed. You're like, why? What are these beads?
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
Do to me? Yeah.
But yeah, that's my
Your sell of the week.
myself.
Fair enough. Yeah, so I'm going to Dax's what's it called? Bachelor this weekend. It's gonna be a fun time. We got some good stuff planned. It'll be good. We're going to Vernon. Never really been to Vernon, to be honest. That's where my grandfather's from.
I've never been to Vernon, but I've heard it's a good place to move actually.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see. I think it's bigger than Penticton.
Is it?
Yeah, we'll find out.
That's cool.
Yeah, cool. Well, is there anything else you really want to jibber jabber about her?
I got nothing.
Excuse me. I'm
Gross.
Thanks. That's just who I am. Yeah, maybe we'll do. Maybe we do a special Thanksgiving Monday sesh.
Oh, like a family one?
Yeah.
Should we get Juliet involved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to have Juliet on the pod, but she doesn't say anything yet. Like as soon as she even
Oh yeah, it's just gibberish.
yeah, like if we could get her, like, but she doesn't even always respond. Like sometimes we'll be like hi, and she'll just smile at you and wave, like she won't say something. As soon as she can, even if you're like, Juliet, what are you doing? And she's just like, purple. We'll be like, okay, it's time for her to be on. She just has
At
to.
the moment, she just goes, huh? At random intervals.
Okay, cool. Well, that unless there's anything else you want to give me about.
Groovy.
All right, everybody, you take care. That was another edition of Birthday Cake Friday.
Birthday Cake Friday.
Juliet's first birthday episode.
Hell yeah.
Happy birthday, baby girl. We
Happy
love you, and
birthday.
we're so proud of you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.